Let's take a look at the Shopify pricing plans, how much their plans cost per month, and of course, how you can get a discount. First things first though, I think one of the most important things that Shopify has changed not too long ago is not the ability that you can get a free trial with Shopify. Even better is that your first month is only going to be $1. I will leave my link in the description, and if you click that, that's where you can get your free trial. And most importantly, like I talked about, your first month is only going to be $1. I think this is fantastic in terms of pricing overall. This gives you those few days plus that full month for only $1 to get your shop up and running. That's an ample amount of time to get everything ready that you need. And aside from that, let's continue on more to the prices that come along with Shopify. So starting off at paying monthly, as you can see down here, I'm going to make the assumption that maybe you're just getting up and running with Shopify, or maybe you don't have too many sales under your belt. If that is the case, basic is going to be perfect for you. As it says right here, it's going to be $39 per month. This is good for solo entrepreneurs, or maybe if you haven't made a sale, like you're a complete newbie, basic is definitely where you're going to want to be. And I will compare a lot of the bigger features as we move on down the Shopify pricing plans. Up next is going to be Shopify, the actual Shopify pricing plan called Shopify. This is going to be good for small teams. So maybe you are in the beginner stage, but maybe you have a few more people on your team and you're still looking to make a little bit more sales. That's going to be more beneficial for you. And as you'll notice, this Shopify plan also does come with $1 for your first month. So now we're going to be moving on to the advanced plan. This is going to be $399 per month. And as you can see here, it says as your business scales. So if you haven't made any sales yet, if you're just getting up and running, this is definitely not a plan you're going to want to start with. But as you move up, make more sales, you want to scale, that's where you're going to be good to go. And the good thing about these is that they all are going to be $1 for your first month, which once again gives you plenty of time to test out some of the basic features, get your store up and running, and then start marketing and of course making sales. Last but not least, of course, there is going to be the Plus, which is obviously for much more complex businesses. That's going to be $2,300 per month. Keep in mind, you're going to really need to be scaling at that point. That is certainly not for beginners. That's going to be obviously if that price isn't a big deal to you, you're making a ton of sales, and you want pretty much all the biggest and best bells and whistles that Shopify has to offer. Now, before I get ahead of myself, there is a way to get a discount on the Shopify pricing plans, and you might have noticed it right here. You can pay yearly. So if you click on over here, you can save 25%. So basic goes to $29 per month, Shopify goes to $79, and advanced goes to $299 per month. With that in mind though, let's compare and contrast the features that you're going to be getting with basic compared to Shopify Advanced and Plus. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit for that. All right, here's just a perfect example of what the discount would come out to be. So with basic, you're looking at $39 per month, saves up to, you go to $29 per month. Keep in mind, it would just be paid annually. Shopify goes from $105 to $79 a month, and advanced goes from $399 to $299 a month, paid annually. So here's going to be a lot of the core features. And the good thing about Shopify is while there are going to be other features that only some of the higher pricing plans have, I still think that their basic pricing plan, which is going to be on this side right here, has a good amount of features. So as we go down, you can see some of the core features. Obviously, you get your online store, you get the best converting checkouts, unlimited products, which is great. So additional staff accounts, this is what we talked about previously. This is a big reason why you might not want to use basic, where if you move up, you get 5, 15, and of course, unlimited, okay? A lot of these are going to be some check marks going across, like collaborator accounts, templates and themes, sales channels. If you want some more inventory locations, that's going to be only in Plus, but you still do get 10. For analytics, you're starting at standard and moving on up to custom as you go up to the bigger price plans. And with support, you have live chat, and that gets enhanced, and then you get priority support by phone or live chat. Now we have hosting and administration. A lot of this is going to be the same except out the checkout capacity, which is going to be standard versus the 10x and 40x. Once again, these are just big reasons why you would need this when you're scaling and doing a lot of volume. So in-person selling is going to be the same here. If you wanted to add the Shopify POS Pro, you're looking at $89 a month across the board. Unless you're going with Plus, you have 20 locations included or 200 with Shopify payments. Now, I think you're going to really like this section, especially if you're going with the basic plan. Everything for marketing is going to be checked off right across the board, regardless of what pricing plan you go with. This is something I talked about. I think that Shopify can be very generous in terms of giving you a lot of features, especially if you're just getting started. You're looking at unlimited contacts, customer segmentation, Shopify email, forms, inbox, marketing automation, abandoned checkout recovery, which is a great way to get more sales, discount codes, and of course, gift cards. So Another big reason why you would want to upgrade is because as you do more sales, it's nice to be able to save on some of the payments and card rates. As you're going to see with the basic, you're at 2.9% and 30 cents. This moves down to 2.7, 2.5, and of course the most competitive rates. Same thing with the premium card rates. However, international card rates are going to be 1%. And of course, the biggest with Plus are going to be the most competitive. So as you can see, many of these are going to be declining ever so slightly, which can significantly help if you're doing a significant amount of volume. But as we continue on down here, a little bit more with transaction fees. And this is going to be third-party transaction fees if you're not using Shopify payments. So if you are, you don't have to worry about that, but you'll see as it declines as you go down, and you do get fraud analysis, which is nice. So for shipping discounts, once again, it's just going to move up a little bit higher as you move up. You do get shipping labels here, but with the basic plan, you don't get the USPS small package discount, you don't get shipping insurance, and you don't get third-party calculated shipping rates. In terms of the Shopify Marketplace Connect, you do get a lot of these here. We can connect and list products. You can import marketplace orders and your first 50 Shopify synced orders as well. Aside from that, if you want more than that, it's going to be 1% up to $99 per month going across the board for all of the plans here. Here we also have some customization, which is going to differ here in terms of the custom apps, API rate limits, and of course the headless storefronts. This is only going to be with the Plus where that increases to 25. And moving on down here, some international aspects like language translation, currency conversion, which is nice to have, localized selling with custom markets, product pricing by market, a lot of the check marks here. But the one thing that's not going to be added is duties and import taxes. This is only going to be on the last two here. And just a few more down below, as you can see, you get some good tax stuff like tax calculation, tax liability tracking, easy product categorization, automatic updates, and of course, free for the first 100,000 sales. But as you move up, the only one that's going to differ here is Plus, where once again, this is based upon a large amount of volume where that can really help, but just kind of moving down. Last but not least is going to be just for Plus. So if you're using Plus, obviously this is going to be only on that side. Nevertheless, that's a very quick overview of this Shopify pricing plans that they come along with. And of course, how you can get started for free. Once again, that link is in the description for your free trial. I think it's really beneficial that you get that free trial and then your first month is only $1. So if you were going with basic, your first full month is going to be $1. The next month after that is $39. You're looking at $40 for your first 2 months. I think that's a very significant amount of time for you to get up and running with your e-commerce store, set everything up, marketing, and of course, start making some sales. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below when it comes to the Shopify pricing plans, features, perks, and anything else that comes along with it. Or maybe if you need more clarification about your specific scenario and what pricing plan you should go with. But it's usually pretty straightforward if you're a beginner, if you're a newbie, if you haven't made many sales in terms of your e-commerce store. Basic is going to go for you. If you have a smaller team, you're looking at Shopify, Advanced, and Plus. Obviously, if you really want more of those scaling features, or if you have a big company and you're doing a lot of volume, you're going to want to pick between one of those. And that about does it. My name is James. Thanks for checking out my video on the Shopify pricing plans, and I'll see you in my next one.